Ahoy, mateys! 4:42 a.m. Friday, January 9th, 2026. And I had ChatGPT write me up a script. It's so much easier than me trying to write a script myself. I just put in there what I want it to say, and it helps me. Or I film my whole video, then I put it on YouTube, then I copy the transcript, and I take it over to ChatGPT, and I ask him how to fix it to make it better. So I'm really enjoying that ChatGPT, even though I think AI is the downfall of humanity. But here we are. Okay. My friend that I did another video about, I'm going to put a link to the video I did about her at the end, and you'll see the letter that she got from her state. So this video it's not to accuse anybody, it's just to show that there is a breakdown in the system, in the protection and care for developmentally disabled, intellectually disabled adults, and adults that have mental illnesses. They cannot advocate for themselves. And for all the mention of the families and all the official paperwork, the families are not feeling heard at all. I am speaking as a mother of an adult son with significant developmental disabilities. My son cannot advocate for himself in the way most adults can. He depends entirely on systems that are supposed to protect him, and on me to speak when those systems fail. I reached out because when something goes wrong for people like my son, there is often nowhere left to turn. When families raise concerns, we are told, contact the same state agencies that already dismissed us, minimize the problem, or told us everything was within policy, it's all fine. When we push further, we are told to hire an attorney, something many families simply cannot afford, especially after years of caregiving that already drain financial and emotional resources. What I'm trying to make people understand is this. When a person cannot speak for themselves and every door leads back to the same closed doors, same closed hallway, they effectively lose their voice entirely. My concern is not about politics. It's not about blame. It's about the reality that oversight often stops at the state level, even when the state is the problem. When families finally reach out beyond their state, it's not because we haven't tried locally. It's because we already have. Being told once again, contact your state officials, feels like being sent back into a storm that already sank your ship. People who are verbal, educated, and independent can escalate, document, organize, and fight, and make YouTube channels like me. People like my son cannot. So when the responsibility is returned to the same institutions that failed to act without independent review, without meaningful oversight, the message families hear is not reassurance. The message we hear is, you're on your own. I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking for acknowledgement that adults who cannot speak, cannot organize, and cannot leave unsafe situations on their own need more protection, not less. And that's when their families speak up. We should not be treated as troublemakers, but as the last line of defense. Believe me, us mothers, at least me, I don't want to rock the boat. I just want to get us through our lives as content and as healthy and as peaceful as I can. I'm going to go ahead and clip in here the what Keith Ellison's office suggested for her to do, and I'll put the link to my whole video about that at the end of the video. And I also, at the end of my video, will have a link to a playlist of all my videos explaining how this all went down for me. Like I say, I don't want to rock the boat. I've never had any problem with any, doctor, case manager, all this stuff from having a special needs kid. And teachers, nothing. Nothing. I don't want to rock the boat. I want to get along with everybody. Like I say, I want us to get through our lives as peacefully, healthy, and, nice as we can. I have no choice. I'm a mother. I'm a mother of a special needs adult child, and I'm not an ableist. If you would like to see the law governing these programs change, you may wish to reach out to your legislators. If you do not know who represents you, you can click this link to find contact information for your legislators. You may wish to discuss this matter with a private attorney. This office cannot provide legal advice or legal representation to individual constituents. I recognize that retaining a private attorney is not cheap. And like I say, I'm glad President Trump is in there. I'm not blaming him. But, and I like all the people in there. But something is very broke. In my son's community is being erased. He doesn't have a voice. So there isn't even a voice of his to hear. That's why I'm speaking out. As his mother, that is my life's job. That is my responsibility, and that is my God-given job. And that is his right to have me protect him. As his mother, doing everything I can. And for the rest of the people like my son has me to speak out and keep him safe. I know that there's others that don't. They don't have a family there to help. They're just, in the group home on their own, trying to get through their life. And I don't think people need to be making it more difficult and putting obstacles in front of them that they could never, ever deal with. The ramifications of the horrible things that could happen. From the White House, January 8th, 2026. Thank you for taking the time to write and share your story with President Donald J. Trump. He is sorry to learn of the difficulties you and your family are experiencing. After carefully reviewing your correspondence, we believe that your concerns involve state and local matters. Please contact local government officials in your state or local area who can provide you with assistance. The President appreciates your kindness and continued support. Sincerely, the Office of Presidential Correspondence. January 8th, 2026. Thank you for taking the time to write and share your story with President Donald J. Trump. He is sorry to learn of the difficulties you and your family are experiencing. After carefully reviewing your correspondence, we believe that your concerns involve state and local matters. Please contact local government officials in your state or local area who can provide you with assistance. The President appreciates your kindness and continued support. Sincerely, the Office of Presidential Correspondence. Thank you for watching Rogue Mother Rising. Sail on, sailors. Ahoy!